Good day, everyone. The title of this research is The Effectiveness of Web-Based and Text-Based Learning Style Toward BET or Bachelor of Engineering Technology, major in Electronics students in Sorsogon State University. And this is under the category of learning style. So let's proceed to the introduction. So a traditional learning style is seemingly being ousted over time as technology has risen and it crossed the field of education, approaching as a new learning method that students commonly use. So some learners prefer web-based or any online resources the most for some reasons, and I think one thing is for sure is this brings them more convenience, or this gives them more convenience compared to other learning styles. So in 2008, Nicholas A. stated that many students or millennials use technology in studying. Some of them are using typing notes in class and searching online. And we all know that in overseas, most students use laptops in class, such as in Australia, Uruguay, the United States, and Turkey. In addition, in 2012, Hansen and its researchers stated that the usage of laptops may affect the students in ways in which it may boost their abstract reasoning. However, according to the study of Nicholas A.J. and Lewis J.K. that they conducted in 2008, 87.1% of students are using Google frequently. Apparently, 35.1% think Google is a more useful a Google is a more useful tool than text-based materials provided by the library, and 51% frequently use Wikipedia for complying assignments. However, this became an alarm as many contents in untrusted websites, such as Wikipedia, that lack reliability has been lingering on internet. So remember that it has been said that Wikipedia it is a free encyclopedia that anyone can edit, resulting to be claimed as non-reliable sources. Moreover, this study must be conducted as it seemingly appears that there is no study yet that is directly related to the effectiveness of web-based and text-based learning styles towards students locally. So in addition, the findings of this research are going to be a big help uh, for the students, as it will give them an idea of which of the two common learning styles is more effective in studying. As this research will unveil the common problems encountered by the students among these two learning styles, some researchers will also be having a chance to conduct another research on how to resolve the problems. So next is the objectives of the study. So this study seeks to discover the effectiveness of web-based and text-based learning style toward ELX students in Sorsogon State University. So this study will specifically answer the following objectives. Number one is how effective are web-based and text-based learning styles toward the student. Number two, which learning style is more effective? So this study will have a comparative process and analysis to determine which one is more effective. And number three is what are the common problems encountered by the students when it comes to web-based learning styles, and another is text-based learning styles. So next is the research design. So this research proposal will utilize the combination of a case study design and a descriptive research design and a survey design. So in the first objective, the researchers will use a one-shot case study design, a research design, which is under pre-experimental research design, for a reason that every learning style in the study will be put through the test to its designated participants without any pretest. In other words, the selected respondents in each learning style will be immediately put through the treatment, which is studying or learning by their preferred learning style without taking any pretest. After the treatment or learning After the treatment or learning by their preferred learning method or style, they are going through the post-test to determine or measure the effectiveness of the two selected learning styles, and which are the web-based and text-based learning styles. So in the second objective, The researchers will use a descriptive comparative research under descriptive research design, since the objective will attempt to determine which among the selected learning style is more effective. So by determining the more effective one, a comparative process will take place by analyzing the results of the first objective and the third objective. And lastly, a survey design will be applied in the third objective, because this research will use a survey to determine the common problems encountered by the students in the web-based and text-based learning styles. So next is about the participants or the respondents of the study. So since the purpose of the study is to determine the effectiveness of web-based and text-based learning styles, in this study the researchers will choose a simple random sampling or sample of students from the electronics department in Sorsogon State University's main campus only. This technique is relevant to the study since each respondent or participant that will be included will be chosen as a responder by chance. So this method ensures that the participants included were chosen fairly. So this study will be effective in estimating the number of needed responders. Using this technique, 80 ELX students will be chosen and divided into two groups. So 40 will be placed on web-based learning style and another 40 is on the text-based learning styles. Also, in terms of respondents, 100 students will be chosen at random from the estimated population. The researcher calculated the number of respondents for the study, using Sloven's equation. Then with a confidence level of 95% and a standard error of 5% or less, um, the participant is sufficient to serve as respondents in this study. This number of participants is sufficient to serve as respondents in the study. In fact, in as previously mentioned, these 80 students were divided into two groups to determine which learning style is more effective to them. And last is the data collection method. So to collect the data in the first objective, the researchers will look first for the respondents in each learning style before proceeding to the treatment, which is studying through their preferred learning method or style. So afterward, the respondents in each learning style will be given the same specific topics to be studied, and they will look for reviewers or materials depending on the style they preferred. In other words, those respondents that chose the web-based learning style will study by using materials that can be found on World Wide Web, and those respondents that chose the text-based learning style will study by the materials that can be found at libraries, or they may borrow textbooks from instructors. So this treatment will last for a day. After studying, the participants will now be put through the exam or post-test to test how much they learned with their preferred learning style, or to determine the effectiveness of the learning styles. After finding the mean scale score in each learning style, the researchers will now analyze the findings in order to ascertain how effective the two learning styles are. After analyzing the findings in the first objective and third objective, which is the common problems encountered by the participants, the researchers will now analyze the collected results to determine which learning style is more effective. So moreover, right after the respondents have taken the exam, or they will be given surveys to ask what common problems they had encountered during the study time. So with regards to the sample instrument, this proposed study will be using three sample instruments to obtain and collect its needed data. Sample instrument A will be given to the respondents for them to know the topics to be studied. The sample instrument B contains questions regarding the given topics, and the sample instrument C will be used to determine the problems encountered by the respondents. So moreover, these three sample students assure their validity and reliability, since their elements are encrypted in the sample instruments and it will lead to the data needed in the proposed study. So that's all. Thank you very much.